Hello, welcome to class. My name is Benin and I'm a British English teacher. Today I'd like to give you a few alternatives to one of the most common questions ever in English, which is, how are you? So there's no problem with saying how are you. I use it all the time as well, but to challenge yourself to mix things up a little bit, meaning change things, make things more interesting and exciting, I'd like to give you some alternatives for how are you. So let's have a look. The first set of alternatives all use the present continuous tense, so to be, verb plus ing. Here they are. We often ask people, how are you doing? How are you doing? For example. We also often say, how's the day going? How's the day going? Or it could be like, how's the week going? How's the month going? Whatever you like. We also often ask people, how's it going? It, in general, kind of like life or the week or whatever. How's it going? And finally, a little bit more advanced here is, how's the week treating you? How's the week treating you? Or how's the day treating you? For example. And it basically gives us this idea, have you been lucky this week? Have you had a good week? Has it been a bad week? How has it been? So those are our alternatives in present continuous tense. We also have some phrases that we use to talk about changes in people's lives. So we often ask, for example, the question, what's new? Meaning like, what's new in your life? We sometimes also say, what's new with you? This is very common as well. A couple of others here are, how are things? How are things? Meaning, how are things in your life, for example? And how is everything? How is everything? Meaning like, how is everything in your life? And we often add to this one like today, this week, how is everything today? How's everything this week? Etc. And our final alternative to how are you, we use the present perfect tense to say, how have you been? How have you been? And notice here that I say have in a very soft way. I use the weak form. I don't say how have you been. It's how have you been? How have you been? For example. And this one we often use when we haven't seen people in a while because it gives us the impression of how have you been for a longer period of time since I last saw you? How have you been? For example. So I hope these alternatives to how are you help you mix things up a little bit when you're speaking English. Let me know how you're getting on with these phrases, and thank you for watching. See you soon.